Welcome to TuberChad. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is Nikki D Official. They were here for most of yesterday's live stream, but we didn't quite get to their channel. I didn't realize they were still in the chat, and they popped in just as I hit the ending screen. So we wanted to make that the first channel that we're looking at today. And this is a new entrant into the TuberChad family. I just connected with them actually in the last 24 hours. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. With 35 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther. They've only done a couple of short videos so far, so we'll have to use that to connect with. But it should hold as long as we leave a meaningful comment of at least 3 or 4 sentences, so I hope that you will. And welcome again, everybody. I'm just putting a couple of our members onto the wheel right away. 2 of our most supportive creators that I have met in my 5 years on YouTube is Michael's Adventures, who's in the chat with us. He can't be here every day, but always sends his regards when he's not here, but he managed to be here right now. And then as well, Scratch and Pete PA has built up quite a reputation, both as a supporter and a moderator, and he is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. We will likely see him very soon. So we are going to, for the next 2.5 hours, put as many channels on the wheel and the screen as we can, and then we will go, and we've got some a couple of raids to do this afternoon. So thank you everybody for coming in. I'm just getting a couple of our members onto the wheel. Members get added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat, and I will do some introductions in a moment. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. We have a couple of brand new channels in the chat, and that is Rad Plays. Good to see you here. We knock out any messages that are self-promoting. So just be mindful of that. It's good to have you here. And Lenikola Shikwambi, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. Hopefully you're both feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here today, and more that will come through the chat. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat while you're here. And if you read our directions that are in the description of every video, and take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Theta Eisenberg, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. Also, Spiky, it's good to see you here. We've got quite a few members onto the wheel already. Four Corners Custom Products is here with pallets, pouts, perfumes, and panning. The Stock Explorer, I am Betty J Gathers, Lori Tech Time, and I see that Mrs. VSNC09 is in the house as well. You do not have to be a member or a super chatter to get onto the wheel or the screen. It can take a long time. Members are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and super chatters are added to the screen right away in order. But we will deal with that as it comes through, and then when I need names for the wheel, I look over at our chat list and add people based on not only how long you're here, but how active you've been in the chat, connecting with other people as well. So I'm just going to spin, and we'll get to our first channel for today, and then we will talk more about introductions. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. So I see a lot of familiar faces in the house. Actually, Emotion just walked in. That is a member, gold member, and a moderator, as a matter of fact. Rock Chick Beauty, thank you so much for that super chat. Forgive me, I missed that while I was skimming through a couple of windows over here, but thank you for that. Rock Chick Beauty has done that many times before. We're going to make that the next channel that we look at. Thank you, Scratcher PPA. And Rock Chick Beauty is actually a longtime friend of TuberChad, a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Backlash Fisherman, it's good to see you in the house. Come hither with Heather. Great to have you back. Copper State Treasures, it's been a while, but it's good to have you in the house. Courtney Shanice Reviews, welcome to you as well. Facing Reality is always at the head of the list for engagement and positivity and motivation. Herman the Great, I'm always doing good. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you are as well. It's good to have you back. Living Life with Doreen, good to have you here. I believe you've been here many times before, and forgive me if I'm mistaken, but it might have just been a little while. It's good to have you here. Philip Lemon, good to have you back in the house. Rose Kitchen and Vlogs, good to see you again. Southern Sandy Crafts is actually a longtime friend of TuberChat, as is Spiky. Good to have you both here. Tasha G, good to see you back. And TWT TV is another longtime friend of TuberChat as well. Forgive me if I'm missing anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. If you've mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and we should get to it the next time around. Charlene Heal is a powerhouse of energy, positivity, and motivation for others, and this is a creator that is one of the people who I describe as seeming to be everywhere all the time. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams myself trying to support creators, I run into Charlene Heal constantly, and like I said, just a powerhouse of energy. She brings that energy and positivity and motivation everywhere she goes. Pardon me. Facing Reality is asking, can you check your watch hours from your phone? I wonder if it can be done accurately. So I'm going to have a quick look at the YouTube Studio app and see if I can answer that question quickly. I don't typically use the app as much as a lot of people probably do. I'm lucky enough to be on a computer most of the time. So it says watch time hours on here, but my bet is that that is not going to include actually monetization. So the other thing too is the problem is for my personal case, most of the accounts that I have are monetized. And see if I can hop into something that's not and see if there's anything I can find in here very quickly. Pardon me while I stare at my phone. It doesn't look to me, and I was expecting that, like it's quite possible on the computer when you can look through a browser. And forgive me if I'm mistaken, I learn every day. In YouTube Studio, you get an idea of the watch hours that are counting towards monetization. Not every watch hour or minute counts towards monetization. It's very important to note that. When you can look on a computer and you see the green dials that are on the monetization tab in your YouTube Studio, you will see that they're giving you an accurate account of how many hours are needed for you to qualify for monetization. Rose Kitchen and Vlogs, thank you so much for that super chat. We're going to make your channel the next one that we look at after Rock Chick Beauty. And thank you so much for that extra support to get us going from both of you. I really do appreciate that. So Charlene Heal brings energy, positivity, and motivation both through her channel and everywhere she goes when she's supporting others. When we look at business, services, and opportunities, we see also that this creator has a second account where they promise to bring us that same positivity and motivation and promise to bring us opportunities to build wealth. Rad Plays asks, where am I from? I don't know if you're asking for me specifically. Sometimes I hop in on conversations happening in the chat. John H. Shelton, I've got you on the wheel. And Ruth Ohm's Journey. I'm close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. but we have obviously viewers here and lots of channels in the TuberChat family from all over the world, actually. TCG fam, good to see you here. We mix up our time so that we can reach different creators. And I'm so sorry, TCG fam. I wonder if we might know what that channel name was. But I'm so sorry to hear that. It's very unfortunate when we lose somebody at all. You know, but it hits us all when somebody from the TuberChat or from the YouTube streets moves on. And then thank you. Jeremy's Arc Vlogs, good to see you here. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. Rad Plays from the UK, good to have you here. I know it's a little bit later for you than it is for us. Must be about 9:15 p.m., something like that. Mark the Shark, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. We're going to look at your channel right after Rose Kitchen and Vlogs. So let's get Rock Chick Beauty up here right now. And again, that's Charlene Heel with 2 channels. Rock Chick Beauty is a longtime friend of TuberChat. She has given us many, she's hit us with super chats many times. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra support. And with 669 subscribers, she's actually climbing along really nicely. It's great to see these different milestones coming up on the horizon. And Rock Chick Beauty actually many months ago had reset and restarted her channel. So now she's bringing us a mix of beauty as well as unboxings, product reviews, and hopefully some more live streaming soon. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her and her particular brand of variety in her videos. She's also mixing up the shorts and a lot of familiar faces here on the featured channels list. Rock Chick Beauty's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. And I hope everybody will enjoy that kind of support coming back to them after you connect with them. Living Life with Doreen, it's 11:15 where you are, a little bit later. You're a little bit farther east, I'm assuming, than the UK. And Kristen Welton, my love, is in the house both as a moderator and a member. We will get her onto the wheel as well. We actually have a premiere from her coming up in a couple of hours, and then it's very possible that Ghostly wins. We'll have a live stream happening after. If that's the case, we'll do a double raid. We'll raid to Kristen and then go over to Ghostly Wins as well. Tomorrow we have something from Michael's Adventures. Monday we're expecting to have something from Wolf Spirit Productions. And Chris's Clever Craft has got something for us coming up as well. We might hold off until next weekend for that, but we'll see what happens. Backlash Fisherman, 4 fish today, my goodness. Better than I've ever done in a single fishing trip that I remember. I did not terribly, but I was a young lad back in those days. So thank you one more time, Rock Chick Beauty. I really do appreciate that extra support coming in from that super chat. You can see the work that she puts into her channel, both with her banner and her thumbnail. She dresses up her channel for different occasions as well. So that's something to notice when we get over there. Presentation, of course, is important. Rose Kitchen and Vlogs is here right now with just over 1,000 subscribers and actually approaching 1,100 already with about 1,070. And Rad Plays, yeah, hopefully everybody in the house is doing well. Rad Plays is here for the first time today, and thank you for the well wishes. Hopefully you're doing well also. Happalistic Kitchen, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Rose Kitchen and Vlogs brings us delicious looking content, but they actually mix up a bit of variety in their content as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. They have been a loyal and dedicated and generous supporter for a while now. And we'd love to push them, like I said, towards the 1,100 that they must be thinking about right now. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get... I shouldn't be spinning the wheel. I'm being silly here. We got Mark the Shark and here Herman the Great coming up as well. So Herman the Great, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Scratch and PPA will be first up after our super chatters. And let's see if I can get this wheel in order now. It's interesting. Scratch and PPA's had a bit of luck lately being picked off the wheel first. It's happening often lately. Nova Real Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. So Mark the Shark dropped a super chat on us, and he actually became our stream boss for at least the time being. And what I'm talking about is the video game life meter that you see under my camera there. Every super chat and membership takes a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The very last person to knock the rest of the life out becomes the next stream boss, and that's Mark the Shark now. So thank you for that extra support. We can see that Mark the Shark is bringing us a lot of short form content more than anything else in videos and shorts themselves. He actually had a litter of puppies. I forget if it was 14 puppies or something like that the other day that had come out, and he's posting frequently. So I'm just going to take another one of your videos, add it to my catch-up list. I almost got through that thing in the last 24 hours, but I had it up to 97 videos, if you could imagine. I usually add about 25 to 30 during every TuberChat live stream, and that's just to make sure I don't fall too far behind with everybody. Bluehouse Travels, good to see you here. Timmy Ray the King, good to have you back in the house. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If anybody mentioned something that you mean for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. Mark the Shark has 225 subscribers right now. Originally, they come to us from our dear friends at 2 Pineapples. And I feel like wanting to refer to Mark the Shark as Mark the Poker Shark, because he certainly does very well when we talk about online poker. I don't make time enough to play, but I have enjoyed playing on PokerStars for many years. So, thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. Next up is Herman the Great. Thank you for slipping that super chat in. I really do appreciate that. And Herman the Great has 298 subscribers. It's wonderful to be right knocking on the door of a milestone like 300. I'm hoping we can get Herman the Great up and over. When we aim for a milestone, I often recommend aiming a little bit higher. And the reason why is because we all know that YouTube plays games with our numbers, whether it's subscribers or watch hours or thumbs up or thumbs down and everything else. A lot of that stuff tends to disappear and reappear, and it is quite like magic in a frustrating way for everybody. But when we look at Herman the Great right now, approaching 300, we'd love to get them up to about 305, maybe even 310, so that they can keep that milestone locked in. TCG fam, thank you so much. Eating with Shadia, Shadia, I haven't seen that particular channel that I know of. I could be mistaken, but again, I'm very, very sorry that that has happened. Aaron Hockey, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We've seen a few friends, during our almost 2 years now on YouTube with TuberChat, unfortunately pass on. So Scratch and PPA is going to be up next. Herman the Great brings us a bit of comedy and hilarity into his videos. He always brings energy into the chat here in TuberChat. So let's see what I can do. I'm going to take your latest video. It's a little bit long, but I'm going to take it anyway, add it into my catch-up list. That will allow me to stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind with you and your channel. And next up is going to be Scratch and PPA. So Herman the Great is pure variety, but also is mixing up the streams and videos. So I hope you'll join him for both of those. I hope to catch him on a live stream soon. Scratch and PPA is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube, and 950 subscribers. I am overwhelmed when I look at this channel every week now at how close they're getting. I know that I can speak for everybody in the TuberChat family when I say that we are extremely excited for Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures to be officially on the road to 1K. They've both gotten there right around that time. I talk about these creators together often. I have friendships with both of them. They both show generosity way over and above what is typical or expected here on YouTube, even when we talk about the idea that generosity is already over and above. So Scratch and PPA has built up an incredible reputation as a supporter to so many creators. He's also a moderator on dozens, if not by now hundreds of channels. And if you haven't already connected with him, I hope that you will. Every moderator here in TuberChad is a personal friend of mine now for a very long period of time, and they all have channels of their own, so I hope you'll check those out. So Scratch and PPA now halfway on the official road to 1K. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther, and what you'll find on his channel is a series of videos that is interactive, and what I mean by that is that you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. I hope that you'll join us for premiere. He always sets them up for 12:15 Eastern around the lunch hour, and what you'll find when you get there is one of the fastest chats you've ever seen. And this is because Scratch and PPA supports so many creators so much. He literally is the reason why I use the term in the first place, that some creators seem to be everywhere all the time. Scratch and PPA doesn't really miss much of anything between the TuberChat family, and is definitely a shining jewel in our live streams as well. He's picked up so many mistakes that I've made. I can't begin to tell you how wonderful it is to have somebody who actually has your back while you're doing the things you need to do so that you can keep things flowing. But Scratch and PPA has this interactive series, and like I said, you can vote on the content, whether you follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook. He is giving a wonderful example of how outside social media can be used to build interactivity into your series of videos or brand of content, and then as well bring in some outside traffic, which is really, really cool. Forgive me for anybody I'm missing in the chat. Mama's Handprint, good to see you back in the house. Forks and Chopsticks, always good to have you here. Thank you, Herman the Great. I really do appreciate the kind words. Southern Sandy Crafts, still hanging out. And then keep in mind, even if you've been here to TuberChat, what feels like a million times before, or 351 times before, the best success is always found in reaching out to other creators and making the first move, connecting to them, doing all the things you wish they would do for you first, going over and above. You know, I talk about generosity constantly, and then when you come back into the chat, let them know you've done that. They will turn around and do the same thing for you. So thank you, Black Phoenix, for coming by. I'm just passing through quickly, obviously, at work, but thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Black Phoenix has done that many times before, and has been a friend of TuberChat for a long, long time. So we'll have a look at their channel. Now, Black Phoenix is a very popular name for a channel, so we gotta play with our filters here on YouTube to make sure we get to the right Black Phoenix. It comes up not too difficult for me. Your search results will likely be very different than mine because they are also geographically based. YouTube is trying to guess which Black Phoenix you might be looking for. So just please beware when you're searching. Make sure you match that avatar. Black Phoenix right now has 225 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're going to be thinking about. I'm just going to take an extremely long live stream here, over 2 hours. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list so I can stay caught up with you. Black Phoenix seems to be either posting videos or streaming just about every single day. Mr. Bubbles, good to see you in the house. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate that. And forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, you should get around to everybody. So Black Phoenix does gameplay on their channel. I'm hoping to catch them in a live stream. It's been a little while, but they're, like I said, mixing up the videos and live streams, so it won't be too long before I'll get over there, and hopefully you will catch them as well. Charlie Grace, good to see you back in the house. And let us spin the wheel. Thank you, Black Phoenix, one more time for that super chat. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. Mrs. VSNC09 is up right now. They happen to be a member, so as you see on the wheel, I've got a lot of members already added there. Thank you, I am Betty J. Gathers, for reminding everybody to give those thumbs up. Mrs. VSNC09, more often than not, talks about royal family issues and news and things that are ongoing. And hopefully you'll enjoy that, but they actually mix in a lot of variety as well. You see a good example of that in the shorts that have come through here, and it's great to see that they're getting some action on some of those as well. So Mrs. VSNC09 is another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time, like I spoke about, you know, Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures often, Charlene Heel, and a lot of other creators here in the TuberChad family. But I mention it because even though I mention it several times here in each live stream, because we do have a lot of creators that are, you know, generous and go way over and above when it comes to supporting others, we know that not every single person can be there for every single video or live stream. I appreciate every moment everybody spends here. And as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. But Mrs. VSNC09 also engages conversation in the chat, which is a great service to any creator, whether you're running a premiere or a live stream, because it sends engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, this content is interesting and may need to be pushed out a little bit farther. Thida Eisenberg, thank you so much for hanging out. Again, the best success here in TuberChad, especially if you're brand new or haven't been here very often, is to make the first move, reach out to other creators. I recommend starting a conversation. 60 to 70% of the people here in TuberChad might be on a phone. And that means they're hopping in and out of the chat constantly, which we're supposed to be doing. So you want to make sure somebody's paying attention, connect with them, come back, let them know you've done that, and they will turn around, do the same thing for you. Our instructions are always in the description of every video and live stream. So Mrs. VSNC09 is fully monetized, lots of ways to support them when you get there, including super chats and memberships. They have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and friend to TuberChad for quite some time now. And then what I might start reeling in sometime in the near future is the idea of saying, because I see a few creators doing it now, but a few people saying that, you know, like, here, come over and say hi, is kind of the opposite of exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I just noticed it's becoming more popular to say that in the chat. Because, again, the idea here over and above is to give much more than we expect to receive. And by that token, we intend on making the first move, like I keep saying. I've just seen it a few times now. You're realizing that your impressions have been doing a bit better, which is great. I hope everybody's reading their analytics. What Facing Reality is talking about is reading the analytics and seeing. YouTube gives us a lot of information. Whether or not you understand the numbers or the chats, even if you don't like mathematics or looking at it and stuff like that, we all have to read our analytics. And the more you read, the more you will notice patterns over time. And you'll get an instinct on top of the feedback you get from other people and what you think of your own video productions. You'll get an idea of the things you can improve. We're not always looking for what we're doing wrong. We're often looking for what we're doing right so we can duplicate that success. So Facing Reality, if you can notice which videos are pushing those impressions more lately, then you might get an idea of things you can do to keep that going. 345 Barry, good to see you in the house. Think that's the only part of the analytics you understand. I hope someday to be able to do a deep dive into analytics and give everybody a real idea of how the numbers actually work, the graphs, what they mean, so that everybody can make a decision as to what they feel is important. I can tell you what I feel is important, the things I watch for. but I stare at my analytics way more than I need to. Kristen Welton, 1,370 subscribers right now. We're going to get a better look at this channel in a little while. In about 2 hours from now, we're going to go and watch a premiere from her and possibly double raid into a Ghostly Wins live stream or premiere as well. So we'll see if that comes through, but I'll keep my eye out for that. And then Kristen Welton, like I said, 1,370. She's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support her when we get there, including super chats and memberships. This is my love. She is here both as a moderator and a member. And she has experimented both with shorts, having some wild success with almost 20 and almost 30,000 views. And then a lot of collaborations with other creators, a lot of lifestyle videos. Most often lately we see product reviews and unboxings from her. Moments with Queen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is coming up next. But when we look at Kristen Welton's channel, you'll often see a lot of creators doing this, where they match the banner to the avatar to the thumbnails. So the thumbnails are not exactly the same, but they have a similar look, and that can be great for the branding of your channel. We all have to make our own decisions. Some creators prefer to make a different thumbnail for every video, no matter what it is. It works well if you have a variety channel. And some decide to brand in a similar way to what we just saw with Kristen Welton. So myself personally, depending on the different channels that I run, when I run a variety channel, I use a different thumbnail for every single video. And when it is a themed channel or very much niched down, then the thumbnails are almost all identical in some way, shape, or form. And that is because all of the channels that I deal with, whether they're mine or not, are all intending to be here for the long term. So branding is important. If you're unsure, then you can do a lot more experimenting. Andale Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. The LJ family, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. For anybody who hasn't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of TuberChad is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams, and that's available on another channel that we have. The link for that was just dropped, and it'll be done every 30 minutes or so here in the chat by one of the robots. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is Tracy, and this is somebody who is bringing us beauty products, usually in the form of reviews, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Now you'll notice on this particular channel we don't have a sub count right this minute, but that's okay. We just want to push this creator towards the next milestone they're looking towards. We all know what it's like to hit different milestones of different types, whether we're working on our first 5 subscribers or 10, 50, 100, 1,000, or even more. So we just want to do as much as we can to push each other along. And hopefully sooner than later, we will get Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning up to the 500 that they will eventually be thinking about. And we'll see that community tab pop out. And then as they approach 1K, we'll be looking forward to seeing them monetized, if that is on their radar and something they wish for. I know that most, probably 99% of channels here in TuberChad are looking towards monetization, and then we can congratulate each other when we get there. 1,000 subscribers is one of the main 2 parts of that. Tiny Pinay, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We're not doing too bad for time right now. Hopefully we'll move a little bit faster than we usually do. When I'm here on Fridays, I haven't been on TuberChat for a few days, and then my speeches get really long because I actually miss it when we're not here, right? I'm happy when we're doing this. And, you know, I miss everybody. I miss the conversations. I miss the small bits of comedy that seem to find their way into almost every live stream now. But we can roll faster through channels after I've got a little bit of talk out of my system on Fridays. So Ruth Olam's Journey is a creator I'm still getting to know, but they have recently become a member. We had them on the wheel. anybody that is a member gets added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat every time. So they've got over 2,000 subscribers right now. They've got that nice and locked in with about 2,020. I'm hoping we can push them on the road towards 100 a little bit farther. This is an example of a lot of their thumbnails being branded, like I was talking about. And we all have to make the right decisions for our channel. Some of the things we can do is just take an experiment where if you're going to do a series of some type, you can try doing a branded series of thumbnails and then see how that turns out. Rambling with the Brums, good to see you in the house. Another fellow Canadian is here, and it's almost time for me to get some names onto the wheel. So I'm going to actually add a couple right now. I'm going to look over at my robot. For those of you who are brand new or haven't been here often yet, or many times, I have a robot in the chat called Botissimo. I actually use 4 robots. I use Streamlabs, StreamElements, Nightbot, and Botissimo. This one is a paid service, but it does a spectacular job of keeping statistics in the background where it has an arbitrary calculation not only of how long you've been here, but how active you are in the chat, how much you're interacting with other creators. So when I need names for the wheel, I can look over at my list and add channels in some form of an order. Tasha G just dropped a super chat on us. Facing Reality's been added to the wheel, and Ricky Life 365. Thank you for your super chat as well. So because of those super chats, we're going to look at Tasha G next and Ricky Life 365 right after that. And shortly we'll get back to spinning our wheel again. And as we get the wheel down to about 5 or 6 names, I'll add some more names from our chat list again, thanks to my trusty robot, Botissimo. And Tasha G, 174 subscribers. This is a creator I'm still getting to know as well. We see they've got a lot of shorts on their front page here. We're going to look at their videos and see the kind of variety that they've got going on. It looks like a great mix of content, and it looks like a dynamic host as well, as we can see a lot of confidence on camera there. And I'm just going to take another one of your videos here. I'm going to add it into my catch-up list so I can familiarize myself with your content a little bit better. One of the reasons why I like putting channels on the screen the way we do here in TuberChad is so that over time I get to know the channels a little bit better, and hopefully over time the creators behind the channels as well, so that every time you're here I can promote you a little bit better. God Soldiers, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Come Hither with Heather needs a coffee. I've already had 2 Monster energy drinks for today, so there'll be no coffee for me. I wish I'd stopped drinking that nonsense, but it won't be today. Ricky Life 365 is coming up next. So thank you again, Tasha G and Ricky Life 365 for your super chats. I really do appreciate those. For that reason, we put those channels up right away, but we will get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Come Hither with Heather says Werner's Adventures is getting ready to go to work, but screaming at you to say hello to everyone, so thank you for that. Yes, Come Hither with Heather and their partner Werner's Adventures are both generous and loyal and dedicated supporters, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Oh yeah, the Stock Explorer, I never go beyond 2, and I really only do it if I feel the absolute need. When I started drinking those things, I actually used to take my pulse before I used to drink them just in case, but one of these days I'll get off of those things. My pleasure, Ricky Life 365. I'm hoping we can get you a few more subscribers here. They've got 442 right now. We want to push them a little bit farther. I see you've got a premiere coming up tomorrow that will be actually right before TuberChad, about an hour before. So I'm just going to take this video here. I'm going to add it into my catch-up list, and that will help me get caught up, familiarize myself with your content a little bit better, and then after a little while I'll be able to start promoting your channel a little bit better every time you're here. I'm glad to see you're experimenting with shorts. Hopefully we see more of those from you as well, and it looks like pure variety so far from Ricky Life 365. So again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. Facing Reality says they're accepting early Valentine gifts. A new computer would go a long way. Yes. And then, yeah, the Stock Explorer, it's funny. I'm allergic to everything. I'm sensitive to literally everything. And even that. So the sad part is that I will, if I feel the absolute need, I'll do a double monster day if I'm having a long day or find myself tired. And then I'll use melatonin to go to sleep at night. So it's not a great habit to get into, but... hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay. Real Creative Studios, it's good to have you back. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. Lori's Tech Time, thank you for the like and the share. If anybody does have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. Facing Reality has 848 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 850 they're thinking about right now. And I see a lot of happy Valentine messages going through the chat, which is really cool. We can almost consider this a Valentine's weekend. Even though TuberChat's here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I consider all of that the weekend. And you'll hear me say it repeatedly, not for any reason. It's just out of habit. But because Valentine's Day will officially be on Monday, I'm sure we'll see those messages through the chat. And thank you to Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More for reminding me, but I'll intend on dressing up TuberChat with a little bit more pink, red, and things of that nature for Valentine's Day on Monday. Annabis Black, good to see you in the house. Mr. Bubbles is still hanging out, and you'll notice that we already... changed our thumbnail for Valentine's Day, so I hope you like that as well. Like I said, I keep depending on different channels, I keep the thumbnails identical. You know that from TuberChat. You've seen it 350 times now, some of you. But on the holidays, I like to just dress them up a little bit because it keeps the fun now that TuberChat's established and our family has grown so well. And then thank you so much for sharing out. Thank you for the thumbs up. And Facing Reality's hoping for 850 by the end of February. It's possible. To be honest with you, it's possible today if YouTube doesn't play around with your numbers too much. And thank you so much, Annabis Black, for the shares. I really do appreciate that as well. Werner's Adventures, thank you for coming in. Come Hither with Heather did give a hello for you, but thank you for coming in either way. Anniversary is Monday. Married 10 years, the LJ family. That's quite an accomplishment. So that's wonderful. And hopefully everybody will join me in giving you well wishes for that. And congratulations. 345 Berries, hoping for 400 soon. And Facing Reality brings positive messages in a fun way, not just only on her channel, but also everywhere she goes. So you'll notice it here in the chat. She is somebody who's not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to engage conversation, somebody who is... I'm grateful for in the TuberChat family, not just for her positivity and motivation towards everyone, but because of her contributions to our chat, the discussions that she not only engages in, but begins for us. I'd like to find a better word to describe that, but she induces the idea of conversation here in things that we can learn. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and my wish is that we can take some of these things that we talk about. Facing Reality's brought up a lot of great questions and points and lessons over the last many months, so that we can all learn. I strive to improve and get better every week, every month, every video in a roundabout sort of way. So for those of us who are trying to constantly improve, it's wonderful to have somebody like this in the TuberChat family that's willing to engage conversation in that way. So I hope you'll connect with her when I see her out supporting others. She is always engaging conversation and spreading positivity and motivation there as well. Timmy Ray the King, thank you for the share. Can't even spell check properly. I type, when I'm on a computer, I type incredibly fast, but I make so many mistakes, it slows my rate down like crazy. If I would get into more typing, like I am a computer programmer as well, but just barely on the borderline between amateur and intermediate. And when I'm in the rhythm, if I've been doing a bit of coding for a couple of days, I get pretty lightning fast on the computer. But the rest of the time, for some reason, I constantly misspell the word the. I put it T-E-H all the time, and I don't know why that is. Those simple mistakes can really slow you down. Homestead Family Reclaimed, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to copy and paste something into the chat here. When we look for Emotion, this is a talented singer and songwriter with an official music channel, but because Emotion is such a popular word and name, then we have to go a little bit farther to find this channel for now. Hopefully, over time, the more we search, find, and click on this creator's name, and as their channel grows, YouTube will do a better job of predicting which emotion we're looking for when we're looking for this particular one. So, again, an official music channel. Emotion is here both as a moderator and a gold member, so we will see their link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so. And with 2,420 subscribers right now, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,500 that they're thinking about. They have super chats and memberships available on their channel to support them with when we get there. A lot of familiar faces in their featured channels lists. And they've already started with members-only videos, which is really cool to see. I'm going to switch over into their Writing with Emotion New Soul channel. Now, on their main channel, which we just looked at, that's Emotion, we see original works from this talented singer and songwriter, original songs from them, sometimes in the form of music videos, and then as well sometimes in Tiny Desk concerts or premieres where they'll have a compilation. And they've started experimenting with reaction videos on both channels. Now, not anybody can do any reaction and just have it fly. That's not how that works. But when you put a lot of research, time, and effort into finding the right reactions to do, if it's appropriate for your channel, you can find some wild success like Emotion has on both channels here. Where Writing with Emotion New Soul has already 407 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about right now. We'll get them that community tab soon enough. And here is where we get a look at the writing process used by Emotion in the creation of their original works. I'm just going to take your latest video, add it into my catch-up list to make sure I catch up with that. Ali's Craft Pursuits is a member also, and like I keep saying, we always add the members onto the wheel as soon as I see them. Thank you, Rose Kitchen and Vlogs, for the share. Thank you, everybody, for those shares, for those thumbs up. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Rambling with the Brums has 632 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this creator a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. They're a fellow Canadian, and they bring us pure variety on their channel. However, they do come through the homesteading community. How do you all know if a video is doing well on your channels? Asks Facing Reality. So I'll leave that question, because she is asking everybody in the chat there, if I'm right, to give different answers, because this is what I mean about engaging conversation. It's easy for me to tell you what I do, but I'm also curious to see how people determine whether their videos are doing well. So I'll leave that open. Facing Reality asked a great question there. I don't do this, so I'm going to pin that question. And that will be cool. yeah, I'm curious to know what people consider doing well. It's easy to just say, you know, like if they've got views and things like that, but there can be more to it, I'm sure. So Rambling with the Brums, like I said, 632 subscribers. They're experimenting with a lot of shorts here. They mix up the videos and live streams. I'm hoping to catch them again very soon. As far as the content I've been doing on my other channel lately, it looks like there's no end in sight, and that might find me back in the area around Rambling with the Brums again this week for a few days. Oh, I see. Facing reality for you, you set a number, 50 in the first week. And that's interesting to see. Yeah, Facing Reality is talking about, you know, aiming for a number and saying if she then puts a video out and gets 50 views within the first week, she considers that doing well in comparison to the rest of the videos, which is cool. And as your channel grows, as you gain subscribers, and as your numbers typically average higher, you can raise that bar as well, which is really cool. Theta Eisenberg, it is 5 p.m. almost for me here in the Eastern time zone. I am close to Niagara Falls, Canada, which is in the same time zone as Toronto and New York. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Rambling with the Brums. They've built up quite a reputation, both as a moderator and a supporter. And when you visit their channel, particularly for a live stream, you'll have the opportunity to meet more friends and family members there. They're constantly allowing and encouraging everybody to get together in the same way that we do here in TuberChad. Allie's Craft Pursuits is coming up right now, so let's see what they've got going on. And I see that Gloria's Platter has come in. She's been a dear friend for a long time. She'll be willing to swap playlists, and if anybody in the house is willing to do that, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Copper State Treasures is in Arizona. It's just about 3 p.m. for them. And Timmy Ray the King, yep, 4:55 for you too. I'm just going to see what I can do about adding a couple of names onto the wheel here from our chat list. Come Hither with Heather will come up. Members, of course, are added onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. So we've already got quite a few names there. And Ruth Ohm's Journey. Oh, let me see if I made a mistake today. I think Ruth Ohm's Journey, where did they go? Let's see if they're still here with us. We didn't look at that channel already, and that's why I'm confused. Did we? I'll put that back on the wheel, but I have a feeling we already looked at that channel, and forgive me if I'm mistaken. I either forgot to put it on the wheel or we looked at it already. Ruth Ohm's Journey is on there. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning we looked at. Forks and Chopsticks will come up, and I'll spin. Four Corners Custom Products has sent a highlighted milestone message. Whenever you are a member on any channel that has those enabled, you can send one of those messages through the chat, and they look like a super chat. So it's interesting because it makes you think like maybe they're a new member, but actually Four Corners has been a member for 3 months. That's just a highlighted milestone message that looks like a super chat from a member, but everybody gets one of those for free every month when we have that. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yes, I didn't want to make the mistake of skipping that. Four Corners Custom Products actually, ironically, happens to be coming up because I spun the wheel. And Allie's Craft Pursuits is bringing us Pure Variety, so I hope everybody will connect with them, but they are a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. Happalistic Kitchen, I think I welcomed you. Hopefully I did. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. But now we're looking at Four Corners Custom Products. Corinne's Life, if you're listening, I know you came through for a quick second. Forgive me for not mentioning it earlier. She was out actually filming some world news. She happens to be in Nova Scotia. She was in Halifax today covering the Freedom Convoy. For those of you who know what that is, Canada seems to be on the world stage lately. She was able to get out and catch some of that. Four Corners Custom Products brings us a behind-the-scenes look at the creation of merchandise when we talk about hats, shirts, mugs, stickers, and all kinds of different products that can be used to both promote your channel or business and monetize it by setting up stores and selling them and things like that. Four Corners Custom Products can both be used as a channel to learn from about those processes, as well as a resource, pardon me, because they have a lot of that available to other YouTubers and small businesses. We also noticed that Four Corners Custom Products is mixing up a bit of variety, which is cool as well. And they are an unbelievable supporter. So when I talk about some of these creators who seem to be everywhere all the time, Four Corners came into the TuberChad just blazing with generosity for other creators, and I run into them almost daily in different premieres and live streams. Love to travel with Wave. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We'll spin the wheel right now. It's actually just about time for us to take a break for about 3 minutes. When we come back, we will look at the next channel. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. So we're going to go for about 3 minutes. We'll come back and look at the Stock Explorer. Bose Pixel is in the house. That's a longtime friend of TuberChad. Thank you for coming in. I've added a couple of names onto the wheel. Timmy Ray the King, Copper State Treasures, and 345 Barry are there. Oracles and Beyond has come in as well. That's Cassie. She is a longtime friend of TuberChad, but because she's a member, she gets added to the wheel right away. Now, forgive me if I've missed anybody else coming in, but it's great to see you here. We are looking at the Stock Explorer. So this is a creator who is an unbelievable supporter as well. They actually support on all of my channels, and they do the same for a lot of other creators. I see them out supporting others when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams everywhere. I am absolutely a fan of this channel and what the Stock Explorer is doing here. They are bringing us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at some of the companies and products we might consider when we think about investing in the stock market or options or crypto, and soon enough NFTs will likely become a bigger part of the conversation here as well. I'm very happy to have a few financial channels in the TuberChad family, and the Stock Explorer, like I said, brings us a level-headed, down-to-earth look at some of the moves we might consider making. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolio, their own investments, and the things that they do and consider. They mix up their content greatly on this channel. This is a perfect example of how a channel so niched can take advantage of shorts videos as well as live streams and long form and short form videos as well. They've got some tutorials already happening, so that if you are a beginner or somebody who has just started or not yet started investing, whether it's in stocks or crypto, they've got some already. They promise to bring many more. There are a lot of these shorts videos that give us bite-sized information, and you'll notice that Nora the Stock Explorer seems to have product in hand in a lot of these videos, which makes it really, really cool. So I hope everybody will connect with them. 648 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, maybe even up and over the 650 that they're thinking about. And again, this is another creator who seems to be everywhere all the time, always out supporting others, and I run into them regularly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. They also do a lot of StreamYard panels, both on their own channel, and they hop in with others as well. So you'll see engaging conversation from them, and hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So let's spin the wheel. We're going to move a little bit faster through channels. Now we're in the second half of the live stream, basically. We still got a long way to go, well over an hour, and then we're going to go and watch a premiere from Kristen Walton. We might be doing a double raid into Ghostly Winds afterwards for a premiere or a live stream. We'll have to see if I'm right about that. And Oracles and Beyond is coming up. This is a longtime friend of TuberChad. The creator behind this channel is Cassie, and more than anything else, she gives oracle readings during her live streams. And you may even catch her with other creators on panel with her, doing more than one at a time. But this can give you an idea as to what is going on in your life, what has recently been the case, and what might be to come. So Oracles and Beyond is an extremely warm and welcoming creator. Her entire community is that way as well. As soon as you get there, you will feel welcome instantly. And she posts frequently, but mixes up the videos and live streams, as you can see. She's also got lots of shorts videos happening. I don't happen to catch a lot of shorts. I'm still hoping to get into a lot more of these, but I'm lucky enough to be on a computer most of the time, so I don't watch a lot of YouTube on the phone, even after all this time, and I'm hoping to pick that up. Nut Behavior, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to, and if you mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with either 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChad Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. Chris's Clever Craft is coming up next, and Oracles and Beyond is getting really close to 1,600. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer right now. Let's see what Chris's Clever Craft has got going on for us. They've actually got 3 channels now, so we'll have a quick look at the other 2. But this is the main channel that Chris's Clever Craft has started with. That you can see right away on their front page, they're putting a lot of focus on trying to promote other creators, particularly under 100, so that we can speed them up a little bit. And then thank you, No Behavior, and Tiny Panay, I'm not sure if I welcomed you today. I think you were here yesterday. Cubs Den is a fellow Canadian with a wealth of YouTube information, and she uses her channel to help people grow in a similar way to what we do here, but they actually do deep dive conversations into analytics and tips and tricks and lessons for what you can do to grow both your channel and your video views. So I hope everybody here will connect with Cubs Den. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and friend ever since the beginnings of TuberChad. So I hope you'll connect with them, and we see them frequently. So let's look at Chris's Clever Crafts videos and see what they've got going on there as well. He brings us pure variety, but Chris's Clever Craft actually has an interesting property. Some of the videos are indoors, some are outdoors. There are do-it-yourself tutorial videos here, and we get a great look at the creator behind the channel as well. He brings a lot of fun everywhere that he goes. He is out supporting other creators like crazy as well. We're happy to see that. And then as well, he brings engagement into the conversation everywhere he goes, and with a little bit of comedy and fun, for which I'm grateful, and I'm sure you will be too after you connect with him. 434 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push Chris's Clever Craft a little bit farther towards the 500 that he'll be thinking about. We'd love to see them get their community tab. And I'm just going to hop into his other 2 channels. Phasmonut is where he plays Phasmophobia, and this is a gaming channel that's recently been started. He's got 16 subscribers over here. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. And when we look at Tip the Table, we'll see if this channel is going to come up yet in the search results. It's literally brand new. But there it is. Yes, 10 subscribers over here as well. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther, and we'll likely see a new video coming there sooner than later also. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Chris's Clever Craft, of course, has been a member for a while, so we put them on the wheel as soon as they came into the chat, or as soon as I saw them. And for the same reason, Lori's Tech Time's been on the wheel for a little while now. We're going to see what she's going on with 2 different channels as well. Lori's Tech Time is bringing us tech gadget reviews, particularly from a subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club, and it's because of Lori's Tech Time that I was introduced to that service for the first time. So Lori's Tech Time has 544 subscribers on this channel right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. All that fluff and stuff, thank you for coming back in. And Lori's Tech Time is an engaging creator. She engages conversation when she's here in TuberChad, and is positive, motivating as well. But this is also somebody who's reached out. Anybody can contact me on Instagram anytime. That's where I'm most active on the other social networks. I love talking YouTube. Doesn't have to be questions unless there's something you think I can help with. But I'm also very appreciative when creators reach out with different things that they see, whether it's here in TuberChad or out in the YouTube streets, that we can be brought to my attention, that we can share throughout the community so everybody can benefit. A Slice of Sam, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. When we look at the Guitar Chick, we see another channel from this same creator, Lori's Tech Time, and they are bringing us their guitar lessons. They're going to bring us along on their journey as they learn to play the guitar, which is really, really cool. So I hope everybody will support this creator on their second channel. We'd love to see that get going as well. They've got 9 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can get up and over the 10 that they're thinking about today. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. and we'll see what's happening with Forks and Chopsticks. So Gloria's Platter will reach out for the idea of swapping playlists with a lot of other creators like Rock Chick Beauty in the chat. Anybody that would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat here, and other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you've heard me talk about that but haven't yet swapped playlists with another creator, you can let me know if you need to know what in the world I'm talking about when I talk about swapping playlists, but I'll be willing to do it with you as well. It's a great benefit to anybody, even if you're monetized, because obviously you have ad money coming in, premium income, and then as well, there are a couple of other big benefits. One of them is the fact that when somebody's running a playlist for you, they're running your videos in their entirety from beginning to end, and that can bump up the averages on your channel for average time viewed per video, if that makes sense, as well as you're trading favors with somebody, and that is the biggest benefit why TuberChad exists, so that we can build friendships with the intention of supporting each other over the long term. Derek's Journey, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Homestead Family Reclaim, always good to have you in the house. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. And Na Behavior, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to make your channel the next one that we look at after we talk about Forks and Chopsticks. Ali's Craft Pursuits, are you asking me or are you talking about somebody else? I can always be contacted on the other social networks. Instagram is where I'm most active. Facebook is where I have the biggest audience. And I also occasionally will check Twitter, but it's not reliable because I'm not on it every day. And Forks and Chopsticks now has 804 subscribers. They have been with us frequently here in TuberChad. They are longtime friends, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's pure variety on this channel. You can see that they're mixing up the shorts as well as long form and short form videos. They've got a lot of familiar faces in their featured channels, which is always great to see, and they are unbelievably supportive, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, of course. So let's look next at Na Behavior. This is a brand new connection for TuberChad, somebody who's here for the first time today, and we're going to see if we can find your channel just by a simple Google search, and it looks like we've got it right here. I'm just going to double check the avatar and make sure that there is no mistake, but I know we've got the right channel. And thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're looking at that channel right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So Na Behavior is a fairly new channel with 28 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even up and over the 30 that they're likely thinking about today. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is look through your videos here. I see you've only got these couple right now. So I'm going to take this one, your 2-minute video, I'm going to add that into my watch later list, and I'm going to take the other one and add it into another playlist I have called Catch Up, so I can run both of these for you. But I will, in the next 24 hours, go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this Dodge sneak peek video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat now as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And forgive me, somebody in the chat asked, and I missed it for a quick second there, if there is any streaming on Monday. So TuberChat is almost always here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The only exceptions are if I have to juggle things around for family obligations, or if I am feeling under the weather, which is rare, or something like that. But otherwise, we're always here. I do mix the times up of the live streams. Our usual times are 7 p.m. Eastern Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Sunday, and 10 a.m. Eastern on Monday. Sometimes those can fluctuate, though, but this week we're working at the usual time. So 10 a.m. Eastern on Monday, we'll be here for a Valentine special edition of TuberChad. So, Copper State Treasures is here with 1,800 subscribers. They've actually got that locked in with about 1,810 or so. So, hopefully we can start pushing them on the road to 1,900. They'll be close enough to 2K sooner than later. And they are fully monetized, so there's lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They mix up the live streams and videos. It's been a while since I've caught you again, but I'm going to look through your latest videos here, and I'm just going to grab this 7-minute one. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will allow me to get caught up with your channel and make sure I don't fall too far behind. And Copper State Treasures runs engaging live streams as well. They always have engaging conversations, both in the chat and occasionally on panel as well. They've sent many friends over here to TuberChat, for which I'm grateful. I'm sure we all are. Swole Beast, good to see you back in the house. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Copper State Treasures. They have been long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters to TuberChat. So it's time for me to add some names to the wheel from our chat list. I will do that in another moment. I'm just going to spin the wheel. We'll see the next channel to come up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up right now with 99 subscribers. I'm not sure if that's what you had yesterday and we didn't quite get you to 100, or if YouTube's playing games again, but I'm hoping we can get I Am Betty J Gathers up and over that 100 subscribers that they're thinking about right now. I am going to get your not latest video, I've seen that. I'm going to get the next one. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will allow me to get caught up with your content a little bit, familiarize myself a little bit more, and over time, the more you're here, hopefully I'll promote your channel a little bit better. Usually when I get to know the creators behind the channels, that's where that happens. So anybody can reach out to me anytime on Instagram. I love talking YouTube, and this is where I often find myself getting to know the creators behind the channels. So let's see what I'm going to do about adding some names to the wheel. All that fluff and stuff, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that many times before. They are coming to us from Australia. They're actually out. I think they said they're out fishing right now. Mr. Bones, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I'm just seeing what I can do about adding some names to the wheel here. And then we'll look at all that fluff and stuff before I spin the wheel, of course. Tiny Panay will come up. I get the feeling we're moving faster through channels today than we usually do, which is great. That's what I've been hoping for. I know it can take quite some time to get onto the wheel and the screen these days. So I'm working on ideas for that. All that fluff and stuff will come up next. Let's see what they've got going on. And thank you one more time for that super chat. I really do appreciate that support. You've knocked quite a chunk of life off of our stream boss again. So all that fluff and stuff, 974 subscribers. Did you change that avatar and banner? I feel like you did. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. They've been experimenting with some live streams lately as well, which is cool. You just heard the Canadian in me. That was authentic, actually. I'm just going to take your latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list so that I can get caught up with that. All that fluff and stuff has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time, actually. And forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. If I've missed something that you meant for me to see, then just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention TuberChad Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. It's good to see you're experimenting with some shorts videos. Hopefully sooner than later you get some activity on those. I have a feeling, just because you do so much fishing, if you do get some of these, forgive me because I haven't seen them yet, and they won't seem to play when I roll over, but if you do show the fish that you've got after you've caught it, I have a feeling those will move. But that's just a guess. There's a, anybody's guess is as good as anybody else's when it comes to shorts. There's a winning the lottery aspect to that. Some move, some don't. Oh, thank you so much, Scratch and PPA. I'm falling behind here. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. And is a member and moderator, and Makeup Mom and Son is here both as a moderator and a gold member, so we'll see her link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so as well. The Servant David Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to make your channel the next one that we're going to look at before I spin the wheel again. So all that fluff and stuff takes us out more than anything on the water to bring us a lot of different videos like snorkeling, reef fishing, crab, I think you called it crab mudding. Yes, mud crabbing, sorry. Yes, crab mudding doesn't make sense. Mud crabbing. And it's really interesting. They are obviously in their summer months, where we're in the winter where I am. 974 subscribers, so it's very possible we can get you a little bit closer to that 1,000. I can't imagine why you might not be able to get there this weekend, as a matter of fact. Warrior Empire, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time here in TuberChad, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More just dropped a super chat on us to snipe the stream boss position, and he's got it. So what I'm talking about is that video game life meter under my camera there. Every membership and super chat knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss, and Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has just taken it over, so he'll get some extra exposure for that. Thank you for that extra super chat. I really do appreciate that. Summer all year round where you are, all that fluff and stuff. Yes, it must be nice. I love Canada, and there are aspects of the cold that I like, the beautiful seasons that we have where the atmosphere and everything changes. But that deep freeze is something I'm liking less and less every year. The Servant David Show is brand new to TuberChad, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. Thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. But what I'm going to do to make sure that we connect the right way is go through your videos here, and I usually look for something around 10 minutes. I see that you've got a great mix here of videos that are mostly longer or shorter due to all of your live streams. I'm going to take this 10-minute video. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChad as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team is Georgia Girl. I've got you on the wheel now. They happen to be a member. Happalistic Kitchen is hanging out. And forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to, but as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So, Sam's Logs Trains Aboard dropped a super chat on us and became our next stream boss. So let's see what they've got going on their channel today for us. 1,440 subscribers or so. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 1,500 that he's thinking about. I did catch up with one video, but I'm still going to take another one here and add it into my catch-up list as well. Sam has been a dear friend for a long time. He's here both as a moderator and a member. He shows generosity in every way that you can on YouTube. He does the featured channels collaboration that I haven't been talking about very much lately, but that's a great benefit when you feature other channels and get them to do the same for you. He's willing to swap playlists with other creators, even though he's recently become monetized, and now super chats and memberships are available when we get there. He will also allow and encourage people to connect during his premieres and live streams the same way that we do here in TuberChad, and does some live streams occasionally for that purpose as well. So you find a lot of train videos here more than anything else, but Sam will sprinkle in a little bit of variety in vlogging or product reviews or unboxings or random live streams as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that, and this is, like I said, a dear friend and a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So let's spin and we'll see who's coming up next. John H. Shelton is in the house. I don't think I welcomed them earlier. I hope John H. Shelton is still in the house. I don't think I said anything, but I did see them come in and I put them on the wheel. They've got two channels. We're going to look at both of them. And this is a creator that is a very generous supporter and friend, and has been for a long time. John H. Shelton official YouTube has got 3,000, almost 3,200 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 3,200 that they must be thinking about today. They've got super chats and memberships available on this main monetized channel. They've got a lot of featured channels here as well. And when we switch over to John H. Shelton, where's the other channel? Let me see if I can find it. Here, Extras and Bits, we find a second channel from this creator that's got 738 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther here towards the 800 that they're thinking about. Nature's Goodness with JG, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time here, but we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman the Dream Team has been a dear friend for a long time. She mixes up the videos and live streams. It's pure variety on her channel, but I've been lucky to catch her frequently. And 566 subscribers she has right now. She recently changed her banner and avatar and is posting frequently, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her and pushing her towards the 600 she's thinking about. We see she just put a video out an hour ago, as a matter of fact, right after TuberChad started. So we all have brand new content to see on this channel when we get there. One of the things we want to keep in mind, though, is that when we're connecting, it's very important that we find videos that are at least 3 minutes long. So when we look at Georgia Girl, we see that the featured video is 3 minutes 12 seconds. That's perfect. But the rest of these videos are either much longer or shorter. And it's extremely important we always follow the full procedure. So I recommend starting a conversation with anybody you intend to connect with. Then when you head to their channel after you've let them know you intend to, you watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long. Very important that we watch the full video from beginning to end. Very important that it's at least 3 minutes long. Like I said, this featured video here is perfect for that. I'm actually going to take your latest video and add it into my catch-up list right now to stay caught up. While you're watching that at least 3 minute video or 4, 5, 6 minute video, you can Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I recommend 3 or 4 sentences. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make your connection stick, and then you can come back into the chat here and you will let them know that you've done that. They'll turn around and do the same thing for you. Tropical Buzz is a channel. I'm just skipping ahead to this right now because we looked at the Stock Explorer earlier, but Nora the Stock Explorer has a secondary channel where they're actually academically inclined towards everything that they're putting on this channel right now. Now, I still have to familiarize myself better with the content that they've got here. But this is a second channel from the Stock Explorer. I just wanted to show this to you quickly because they're so unbelievably supportive. We want to make sure we support on both channels, and I forgot to put this up. I keep forgetting for some reason. I'll remember soon enough, I'm sure. We'd love to get them beyond the 37 subscribers there right now towards the 40 that they're thinking about. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. But if you've mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChad Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier, and we'll catch it the next time around. Jory coming up. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for that extra thumbs up from the Stock Explorer and Tropical Buzz. Come Hither with Heather is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They have been for a long time. They were recently featured on TuberChad, and they are posting a lot of content frequently, as a matter of fact. So I'm just going to take their latest video. They come to us really through the paranormal genre more than anything else. But they've got a bit of variety on their channel as well. And Come Hither with Heather is also somebody who engages conversation when they're in the chat, which is a great service to any host. Moments with Queen, thank you so much for hanging out. And for anybody that is brand new to TuberChad, I hope you'll keep in mind that the best success here is found in reaching out to other creators, making the first move, supporting them, knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Now, as well, we know that Werner's Adventures is connected very much to this creator and channel, so we're just going to have a look at their channel as well. They have both been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Werner's Adventures has 408 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that they're thinking about. I will spin one more time, and it's time for me to start getting some names from our chat list onto the wheel, so I'll do that in a moment. Tiny Panay is coming up right now. We'll see what they got going on their channel. I'm just looking at something in another window here. I'm going to see what I can do about adding some names to the wheel. Tiny Panay brings us Pure Variety. And I'm just going to take one of your latest videos here, add it into my catch-up list to make sure I stay caught up. They have got 777 subscribers right now. Pardon me while I just catch up. I just want to make sure what we're doing with our raid. Pardon me while I just follow up with this. we'll see what happens there. And pardon me, Tiny Panay has 777 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They've been with TuberChad for quite some time now, frequently, and we see them often. Trev Essence Unstoppable, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Broke Next, it's been a little while, but it's great to have you in the house. So thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat, and I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to see what I can do about adding a couple of names to the wheel right now. We're overdue, as a matter of fact, so I'll grab at least 3 if I can. And for anybody that is brand new, just keep in mind, it's not just based on how long you're here, more so how active you are in the chat, how much you're interacting with everybody. There's an arbitrary calculation that my robot Bottissimo puts together, and when I need names for the wheel, I look over at the robot and add them in order. Thank you, Copper State Treasures. Yes, we're lucky to have a lot of cooking channels in the house. Gloria's Platter is one of those for sure. It does the same to me. So let's spin the wheel. I got Happalistic Kitchen, Timmy Ray the King, and Blue House Travels on the wheel. Philip Lemon, not sure if I welcomed you yet today, but it's good to have you back in the house. Timmy Ray the King is coming up. I accidentally put you on the wheel twice, as a matter of fact, but it's paid off because you've been the next channel chosen by the Wheel of Doom. So we'll get your channel up on the screen right now with 457 subscribers. We'd love to push them maybe even up and over the 460 that they're thinking about right now, a little closer to the 500 that will bring them their community tab. Very cool that you're getting some activity on these shorts videos. And I can see you're mixing up the long and short form content as well. I'm still getting to know Timmy Ray the King, but hopefully you'll enjoy that as well after you connect with them. We know that this is a loyal and dedicated supporter. We've seen them many times in TuberChad. Theta Eisenberg, just let me know if you're still here, please, so that we don't skip over your channel. And I'm going to start double checking if channels are here before we put channels on the wheel or the screen. And Jory coming up. Yeah, the TuberChat usually fluctuates anywhere between 25 and sometimes many more people watching at a time. There's always more people watching you than chatting. Always, always, always. Sometimes you see these outlandish numbers, right? Of like 1,000 people watching or 300 people watching and stuff like that. You got to look at the participant list in the chat to see how it's moving. If it's really fast and you've got a lot of channels in there, it could be real. But it's also possible that there are robots and things like that. That's always possible. I think that's detrimental to any channel, so I never want to recommend anybody doing that. It can just drive your averages on view time through the floor. But Timmy Ray the King is here right now. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, whether you're watching or you're chatting. And just keep in mind, again, even if you've been here many times before, the robot that I use, Bottissimo, keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat, as well as how long you're here, and that's how it's determined the order in which channels get put on the screen, and the Wheel of Doom, of course. Blue House Travels is here with 44 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. This is a second channel from Social Couplepreneur. We'll see what they've got going on their main channel. They are fully monetized over there with super chats and I believe memberships available as well. There you go, 1,900 subscribers right now. They're officially on the road to 2K. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to go through your videos here and make sure I'm not falling too far behind. I have, so I'm going to take your candy review collaboration with Hilda DC video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. Hilda DC is a dear friend to TuberChad, of course. She's on our moderator squad. She has been for a long time. Oh yeah, Theta Eisenberg with all that nonsense that comes through. Those are a different type of robot, but yeah, there's a lot of that nonsense going on as well. What you can do is take some of those things that you see, and as long as it doesn't interfere with, let's say, the English language with words, you can take those, add them into your banned words list in your chat, and that will eliminate a lot of that happening, because those robots are just spitting that stuff out constantly. And it seems to be very familiar a lot of the time. They're actually website addresses, and I don't want anybody to go to any of them because they are possibly very bad, possibly even illegal. They are the worst of the worst, I believe. So please don't. But that was originally what they are. So when you see those like var.tech, you can just put .tech into your banned words list along with like .site and .online, because 99% of creators aren't going to allow links in their chat anyway, and nobody's really going to spell them out like that if you're spelling them properly. So social couplepreneurs up now. Let's see what's happening with the next channel. We'll spin the wheel. It's time for me to get a couple of names out of our chat list again. We're moving a little bit faster than we usually do, which is great to see. So 345 Barry is coming up. ZC Outdoors, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for being mistaken if this is not your first time with TuberChad, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And broke necks, yes, you're absolutely right. And then yes, the Servant David show, we do that on purpose. I set the TuberChat streams to be extremely tight when it comes to what you can type or not type, what you can do, and having slow mode on, and that 20-minute limit on the subscriber mode. What that basically does, I don't necessarily recommend that for everybody, but what it does is it helps to stop some of the trolling from happening, of course, but more importantly, it stops people from wasting their time coming in if they don't actually like what they're doing, because TuberChat is a very specific thing. We call this a growth stream. There are hundreds of them out there, if not thousands. They're all a little bit different. But if somebody comes in and isn't interested in what we're doing, we'd rather them not waste the extra time and come into the chat and get confused and everybody gets upset and it really doesn't benefit anybody. That 20-minute limit, make sure that if somebody's got that kind of patience to wait to come into chat, they are probably already on board with what we're doing and are probably a loyal and dedicated supporter. Patience is a big key when it comes to YouTube as well. So let's look at 345 Barry, and this is another creator who brings us a lot of train videos more than anything else, but I did manage to catch them on a live stream not too long ago. So most of their videos are fairly short, but I'm going to take your lift elevator compilation video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up a little bit with your content. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with 345 Barry. They are definitely a loyal and dedicated supporter. They have been for a long time. I believe they originally come to us from our dear friend Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. So a slice of Sam is going to come up on the wheel now. Mr. Bubbles will come up as well. And Theta Eisenberg is still in the house. So let's get them up here and see what they got going on, and I'll get some more names onto the wheel as we need them. If there's anybody watching or listening that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, then hopefully you'll just come into the chat and we'll make sure we get you up soon enough. Oh yeah, that happens, Philip Lemon. Not everybody has the time to do what we can to get rid of some of those robots. They're so common. It's ridiculous that YouTube can't handle this, in my opinion, but we see that kind of thing all the time. Oh, thank you, the Servant David Show. Yes, I've been called worse. But yeah, thank you for that. TuberChat's been around a little while, but just like anything in life, you know, it takes time to build up. Of course, I was lucky enough to have already had a small base of friends and family members on a personal channel before I started TuberChat. That's what gave it its beginning. But now that we've been here a year and a half, we got 350 episodes. So there are a lot of creators who've come in along the way, but it continuously gets pushed out, you know what I mean? And more creators will find us, and there's more and more creators starting channels all the time. So hopefully we'll catch them early so that we can help them grow a little bit faster and avoid some of the mistakes that we all have to make, and we can learn from each other, right? So Gloria's Platter is a channel that we're grateful to have. I always enjoy cooking channels or baking channels or healthy food and living channels because I like the behind the scenes look at some of the things that people are actually making for themselves, for their friends, for their families around the world, in different places in their homes and things like that. Because, and I say this all the time, but when we think about cooking television shows, and we watch a lot of those in our home, actually, myself and Kristen and Kira watch a lot of cooking shows, and they're always fun to watch. It's incredible to see the talent that people have. Even when they get into amateur cooks or home cooks, if you want to call it that, they have unlimited ingredients and the best equipment in the world. Whereas when somebody's cooking on a YouTube channel, more often than not, we find them in their home with similar things that we might have, not unlimited ingredients. So we get a real look at some of the favorite dishes that people are making for themselves, for their friends, for their families, like I talk about. And I really enjoy the look that we get at this kind of thing. Because hopefully I feel inspired eventually to start trying to make some of this stuff as well. I can cook, but everything I do is basic. I'm not any kind of a chef or anything like that, but I'm hoping to take inspiration here, and I think we all can. Food is something that we all have in common. Gloria's Platter's been a dear friend for a long time. I swapped playlists with them a few months ago. Anybody can do that here in the chat with each other. I know she'll be willing. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mr. Bubbles, let me see what I got to do to find your channel again. And I'm just going to put quotes around it, and I'm using my channel filters. We know that YouTube wants to spell correct for us, so we've got to make sure we fix that. You could do that on a phone or a computer. But Mr. Bubbles is here with 186 subscribers. They're here with us frequently in TuberChad. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm still getting to know their particular brand of content, but they tell us right on their banner, it is no commentary gaming. So I'm just going to take your latest video, Happy Game Part 3, psychedelic horror. I'm just going to take this and add it into my catch-up list. I don't know if you meant for me for that to be as funny as I find it, but seeing Happy Game Part 3 and then the word psychedelic horror right after that makes it interesting. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this creator. Like I said, they're a loyal and dedicated supporter. They're here with us frequently. I'm going to move a little bit faster. We've got just over a half an hour to go. We're going to go and raid Kristen Welton for a premiere that she's got happening, and then we'll see if we've got a live stream coming up from Ghostly Winds. I'm not certain just yet. When Kristen runs her premiere, we'll be able to continue connecting during that live chat the same way that we do here in TuberChad. There'll be more friends and family members to meet in there, and I'll drop the link for that as we get closer. Makeup Mom and Son is here with almost 1,100 subscribers. She's got about 1,080 right now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Jeremy D-Day's in the house. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, ZC Outdoors. We don't post links for a couple of different reasons. We don't do very many links here at all. One of the reasons is because when you search, find, and click on a creator's name, you're really doing them a great service. The more we search, find, and click on each other's names, you can imagine over time, as that happens hundreds of times, they will rise up the search results, and YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for those particular channels. So it really helps. Happalistic Kitchen, today's live is your best ever. Very cool. And then thank you, Come Hither with Heather, for that. So Makeup Mom and Son is here with a, more than anything, I would say a variety channel. But she does a lot of beauty talk and unboxings and product reviews as well. She does a lot of live streaming, a lot of random streams where she brings on other guests and has panels that with always engaging conversation, both in the chat and on the screen. Makeup Mom and Son is a very much loved and well-respected creator. She's been a dear friend to myself and everybody here in the TuberChad family for a long time. She is fully monetized, lots of ways to support her when we get there, including Super Chats and memberships. I see you've got another Valentine video, another look here where we're looking at some makeup again. And she brings us a lot of beauty products as well. She also has experimented with shorts. She's gotten some action on some of these. And then as well, she has a lot of featured channels here, lots of friends for Makeup Mom and Son. And she does a series of interviews, which has been doing well for a long, long time. I've been honored to have been a part of that. And next up is Hilda DC next Saturday. The How To Lady is coming up as well, Uniquely Lavish, and then somebody will be introduced to for likely the first time, Texas Tatty. So she's got quite a series of interviews that have happened there. I hope everybody will go and check those out. And Makeup Mom and Son, like I said, is a dear friend to TuberChad, but she shows generosity in every way that you can on YouTube. So we're going to look at another channel here. Kaden Plays It. And when you think about Makeup Mom and Son, this channel is designed for Makeup Mom and Son's son. And it's meant to be a gaming channel. Hopefully we'll see some more videos from this creator very soon. We always want to encourage everybody. You know, we have viewers of all ages and, you know, people here in the TuberChad family, creators of all ages. But when we see a younger creator like this, I think it's great for us to motivate them and encourage them to produce more content and have their own channel and get it moving. And Kaden Plays It intends to do that. They've got 26 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, get them rolling towards the 30 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to take a moment and see if I can add some names from our chat list onto the wheel. Happalistic Kitchen is already there. Mama's Handprint will come up. Philip Lemon has been with us for a while, and Southern Sandy Crafts is here, and I'll add some more names as we need them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to look at Theta Eisenberg for the first time. I hope they're still here. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel. I know it takes quite a while these days to get onto the wheel and the screen. And 345 Barry, yeah, YouTube plays games with a lot of different things. It's interesting. So Theta Eisenberg is here for the first time, and I'm hoping we can give them a warm welcome. They've got 705 subscribers right now. We'd love to get them a few extras. What I'm going to do, because I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, is I'm going to go through their videos and see if I can find something around 10 minutes. I'll take that 8-minute one if I need to. I see another one. Most of their videos are longer or shorter. I don't want to spend too much time looking, so I'll take this 17-minute video and I'll add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully They're subscribed to TuberChad as well, and they have our notification bell on so they don't miss our further live streams. They're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Hope I said that right. I feel like I'm tripping over my own words here. Won't be staked today, the Stock Explorer, but we do that occasionally here as well. If I find myself in... Actually, I was going to say if I find myself in Ottawa again this week, that might happen, but we know that it won't because that's prime streaming time. One of these days, there'll be a steak dinner planned. Kristen here tends to plan dinners ahead of time. Oh, pardon me. Oh, my dear goodness. I think I'm hungry, not tired, actually. Because dinner will be in half an hour. Philip Lemon is here right now. You're making me think too much. The Stock Explorer. Paralife TV, life as a paraplegic. Good to see you back in the house. Have Cheetah will view. Good to see you here as well. Thank you for coming back in. Philip Lemon is here with us almost every single day, and this is another creator who came into the TuberChat family a little while ago and was just blazing with support for other creators. Is Kristen mad? She's never mad. Kristen never is mad. We have this incredible thing going on where we don't fight, we don't get mad at each other, and things like that. It's just wonderful, yeah. I always laugh when I see people. I don't know who started this with me. Somebody did it a long time ago. But if I see somebody yawn, I always ask, "Are you hungry or tired?" Because it's one or the other, right? Yawning is not always from being tired. There you go, Kristen Walton. Yes, and yeah, Saturdays, because actually you'll notice, you probably won't notice, but you may have noticed that TuberChad is never at 5 p.m. Eastern. And what we found is we've done a few like that, but when we do, when we have TuberChad at 5 o'clock, it means that we've either got to eat dinner earlier. I don't really like to eat a huge meal right before TuberChat. If we run it at 5 o'clock and we go until like 7:30, it starts to become a little bit late for us. So we think about that. Oh yeah, Travel Fun 69, the Stock Explorer, yes. Because on another channel with, it's actually one that I run, but my friend is in Ottawa now streaming, just killing it, doing great. But he got one specific super chat that was meant from one of his, we call it heavy hitters, but they were like, hey, you got to go buy Kevin a steak dinner. And I'm sure it will happen, whether it's today or someday, because there's no end in sight on that situation right now. It'll happen eventually. But even if somebody said, like, hey, you know, are you interested in a steak dinner right now? No, not during prime streaming time, but we'll sort that out, I'm sure. So this is Southern Sandy Crafts. This is a longtime friend of TuberChat, Love Ice TV. Good to see you here. And yeah, Tiny Panay. It often does mean a nap is needed, but I've actually had a couple of energy drinks today, so I should be bouncing off walls as soon as I stand up again. Big ups, yes, absolutely, Scratch and Pete. Big ups, huge ups, massive ups. Is what you'll hear from my friend Jeff on all of his channels, actually. And Southern Sandy Crafts has 223 subscribers. They're a longtime friend of TuberChat. They've got some shorts here that have gotten some activity. I can see this one here is almost 1,000 views. I'm just going to take your latest video. You've been putting out a lot of short videos, but I'm going to take this one, add it into my catch-up list. And Southern Sandy Crafts actually was just Southern Sandy for a while. They recently changed their name. Here's more food shortages. Yeah, we see that. When I'm in our grocery stores, pardon me, most of the frozen vegetables are short, and the cereal aisle is short. And I'm not sure about much else yet, but we see that starting to happen again. So Southern Sandy Crafts brings us pure variety. and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We also see that they've got a lot of featured channels here as well, and I haven't been talking about that lately, but it's a great way to gain some extra exposure for your channel by trading that favor with other creators. Forks and Chopsticks is coming up again. Did we look at them yesterday or today? I think it was yesterday. Forks and Chopsticks has been long time friends to TuberChad, loyal and dedicated supporters to say the least. We've got a lot of delicious looking content here in their shorts videos. How to make the perfect pancake in 2 minutes. And they actually did that as a short video, so that's interesting. And then featured channels here again with a lot of familiar faces. And I'm just going to take your latest video. This one's a little shorter, but I'm going to take it anyway. Taiwanese beef noodle soup. I'm going to add this into my ketchup list. Forks and Chopsticks have been friends to TuberChad for a long, long time. And Computer Chick Productions, they feature channels with other creators as well. Mama Reality, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming back in. Forks and Chopsticks right now has 804 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 that they'll soon be thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. I'm way overdue for adding names from our chat list, so we'll get that done in a moment. Mama's handprint is coming up right now. And let's see what they've got going on their channel. Mama's handprint. I'll add some more names from our chat list in just a second. A Slice of Sam and Happalistic Kitchen are still there. Mama's handprint is up right now with 895 subscribers. We see a few featured channels there, and they are bringing us some delicious looking content the last couple of times. But we see a lot of outdoor footage from them. I'm still getting to know their content, even though Mama's handprint has actually been connected with TuberChad for quite some time. Love to Travel with Wave is coming up. Tiny Panay, I don't think we looked at your channel today. And ZC Outdoors, we're going to get you onto the wheel right now. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please be active in the chat and we'll get you onto the wheel shortly. Love to Travel with Wave is already there, and then we'll add another couple of channels in a moment. Let's just spin. We'll see what's coming up next, and in the next 10 minutes or so I'll drop the link for the premiere that we're going to go and watch in about 25 minutes from Kristen Walton. During that premiere, we will be able to continue connecting in her live chat the same way that we do here in TuberChad. And there'll likely be more friends and family members to meet over there. Happalistic Kitchen is here, and we're happy to see some more delicious looking content here. But there's a little bit of variety in this channel as well. Obviously a dynamic host and some shorts videos, so I hope you start getting some activity on those. I'm just going to take your latest video, this shopping video that you've made. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list so I can get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind with your channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've been here for almost the whole live stream today. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody is interested in the idea of swapping playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I've got Mama Reality on the Wheel of Doom right now, and I'll add a couple more names in a moment. Tiny Panay is here with 778 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they will soon be thinking about. Tiny Panay, did we look at your channel today or yesterday? Let's see. Yeah, I think we looked at this channel already today, so I'm going to have to move on quickly. And forgive me for that. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, but I think I've made that mistake a couple of times in the last couple of days. Have Cheetah Will View is still in the house as well. Have Cheetah Will View and Computer Chick Productions have been added onto the wheel. Nikki D Official, thank you for coming back in. We actually looked at your channel first today. I know you came into the chat at the end of yesterday's live stream. My robot is welcoming you, but you've already been here before, which is interesting. So let's get Computer Chick Production up onto the screen right now. This is actually what I think it's a 15-year veteran of YouTube. Computer Chick Productions is somebody who enjoys helping others when it comes to the idea of sharing knowledge of all things YouTube. We don't have a sub count on this channel right now, but that's okay. We just want to push them a little bit farther towards the next milestone they're looking towards. We know they're over 500 because they've got a community tab right there. I'm just dropping a link in the chat. I'm going to pin that now. And that is for our raid so that we can continue connecting. Jeremy D-Day has got to come up on the wheel as well. And Computer Chick Productions, I'm just going to go through your videos here and see what you've done lately. I'm going to take your latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with your content and make sure I don't fall too far behind. And when we do go over to that premiere from Kristen Welton, we'll be able to continue connecting in that live chat the same way that we do here in TuberChad. You'll have more friends and family members to meet over there as well. Computer Chick Productions, you might be interested to know I've been filming a bunch of that stuff as well. I've been lucky to be able to get to Ottawa and Toronto for some of that activity and have done very well by filming some of that. I've done hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of streaming. Have Cheetah Will View for today. We're going to go to Kristen Welton for a premiere. It's actually not very long, but then possibly we were looking at the idea of going to Ghostly Winds, but I haven't heard from them yet today as to whether they were going to put a live stream or a premiere out. So we'll have to keep our eyes open for that and see. Have Cheetah Will View is coming up right now, as a matter of fact, and they have 533 subscribers. Patrick has been a dear friend for a long time. He supports on all of my channels, as a matter of fact, and has been so supportive as to, it's been a while since I told the story, but they've actually hung out with me for an entire hour while I stood there and just watched the sunrise for a live stream. So you got to know it's wonderful to have people that not only will support you in the traditional ways that we do on YouTube, but also will have your back in the YouTube streets with different things that they see as well, both in and outside of your channel. And this is somebody who is a friend like that to me. Definitely generous in sharing knowledge when it comes to YouTube, and they do a ton of interviews on their channel. I was honored to have actually been interviewed by them, and I know I haven't done any of these things in a long time. I hope to get back into doing them soon, but for anybody that has seen me on other people's panels, I'm usually talking YouTube. We're usually talking about things you could do for your channels and your videos and things like that. But in the case of Have Cheetah Will View, the interview that we did was more of a backstory, and he did a very considerate and thoughtful job with that interview, talking about how this started and why on earth am I on YouTube right now, and we went through a lot of other things. Ephraim Jade, thank you for coming in. We knock out any messages that are self-promoting, but everybody's here to help everybody. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We're going to look at a new entrant into the TuberChat family right now. This is ZC Outdoors. We're looking at this channel for the first time, and I'm going to connect with them in a special way. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. They've already got 350 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they'll be thinking about. It's great to see you've got these shorts. I'm glad to see you've got some activity on some of these as well. This one here's got 1,000 views. I'm just going to take your second video here. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChad as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'll get some more names onto the wheel in another second. Mama Reality, thank you for hanging out. And my pleasure, ZC Outdoors, having your channel up for the first time. Jeremy D-Day is coming up right now. And Steve Hauser, thanks you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome as well. Like I said, we have a lot of dynamic creators here. Our instructions are always in our video descriptions, but if you are the kind of creator who enjoys helping others by watching videos, leaving comments, and supporting people over the long term, you'll find lots of friends willing to do the same for you here. Jeremy D-Day is a creator I've actually been connected to for well over 2 years. Since before TuberChad has even started, he's been with me from the beginning and continues to be here 350 episodes later. This is JD Knight 7 with a second channel with 221 subscribers. I'm just going to take your latest 7-minute video here, add this into my catch-up list to make sure I don't fall too far behind. It's pure variety on this channel, lots of shorts videos as well. Good to see you're getting some action on those. Featured channels here, and when we look at JD Knight 7, we see their original channel with 3,800 subscribers. So you can bet that there's much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. They are Jeremy D-Day and JD Knight 7 is definitely at the top of the list for creators who've been to the highest number of TuberChat episodes, as well as length of time spent, and we see them out supporting other creators like that as well. So I hope you'll connect with them and see what that kind of support is like coming back to your channel as well. It's time for me to get a couple more channels onto the wheel. I think we looked at Blue House Travels today, but I'm going to look at Mama Reality. I don't think we looked at that channel yet, did we? Maybe we did. I feel like I put that channel on the wheel earlier. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. Trevessence Unstoppable, of course, will come up right now. If there's anybody who hasn't been on the wheel or the screen that is still watching or listening, please make sure to say anything at all in the chat. We'll make sure we get you added. Paralife TV is on there right now, and we'll add a couple of newer channels in a couple of moments after we get one or two more up on the screen. And then thank you, Steve Hauser. I appreciate the kind words, and hopefully you'll meet some friends and family members here. We're here for another 15 minutes or so. Then we're going to move on to another channel. I've already pinned the link for that. We're going to pin that. We'll drop that link in the chat another couple of times. Anybody can head over there whenever they would like, because the live chat's already running. That's a premiere, of course. And you'll be able to continue connecting the same way that we do here in TuberChat when you get there, and you'll likely meet some more friends and family members from that channel as well. Connie M, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Claymere, thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel already. Claymere is a very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and has been a friend to TuberChad for a long time. You know, so Mama Reality, the best success is always made in reaching out to other creators, supporting them first, and then they'll come back to you afterwards. Claymere is a creator who talked to me many months ago already, in October or November, about coming on and doing a panel. And I just said, actually, a few minutes ago, I'm hoping to start doing a lot of those. I have filled my plate like crazy. We've got some world news happening in Canada. I've been close enough to be able to go and catch that on my other channel, and I'm experiencing some wild success because of it. So now I've got that taking up every free moment as well. But hopefully, Claymere, I'll get onto your Creators Corner series at some point. We've had a lot of friends that have joined them for that. You'll see what I'm talking about when we look at their channel. Sam is a family man. He does a lot of videos with family and friends. It's pure variety on this channel, but they have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. They're getting into a lot of live streaming now, and we can see that they've started with shorts. And I almost got 4,000 views on this one here, so I hope we see more from you. I'm just going to take your latest video, add it into my catch-up list to make sure I don't fall too far behind. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here right now. And Love to Travel with Wave is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. We'll get as many channels on as we can within the next 12 minutes or so. Love to Travel with Wave is out supporting creators like crazy. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams myself, I run into them frequently, engage in conversation, and they're here with us in TuberChat frequently as well. So I can see you've been posting frequently, so I'm just going to take I'll take your latest video. I'm going to take this 45-minute one, actually. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will allow me to get caught up a little bit, make sure I don't fall too far behind with you. Love to Travel with Wave, like I said, is incredibly supportive. They engage conversation and spread positivity and motivation when they are bouncing in between premieres and live streams for other creators themselves as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. I'm going to move a little bit faster so we can try to get as many channels as we can on in the next 10 minutes. Paralife TV, Life as a Paraplegic, is coming up. I was confused but pleasantly surprised in the beginning because we have so many channels here in the TuberChat family now from the paranormal genre. So when I saw Paralife TV, they did a slight name change right after they were here for the first time, but I was expecting a paranormal themed channel. This is Paralife TV, Life as a Paraplegic, and actually what they do is they show us, from what I've seen so far, they appear to be a fellow Canadian as well. I still got to watch this. I think I added that into my catch-up list yesterday, right? Maybe I'm mistaken. I've got it in there now. What they do is show us what things are like. The first video that I saw from this creator was a hotel review, and it's interesting the perspective that we may not think about right away. So I'm happy to learn from this creator, and they've been back with TuberChat frequently, so I hope everybody will connect with them. They've got their 1,000 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 that they'll be thinking about. And very cool, Outgoing Azzy was out riding horses and has got another shorts video for us to see. That'll be very cool. Mama Reality, I do have you on the wheel. We'll see if we looked at this channel already once and if I'm confusing myself. The days start to blend into each other after we're here so frequently and when we have creators that are coming back again and again. Turns out we're actually putting this channel on the screen for what I believe is the first time. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm going to take your 11-minute video here. I'm going to add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChad as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So I don't know if Steve Hauser's still here or if they hopped out already. I've got Ephraim Jade onto the wheel. We'll look at Connie M, who's brand new to TuberChad. I think both of these channels are. Trevessence Unstoppable and Claymere are also on the wheel. We'll spin. If anybody's watching that hasn't been on the screen or the wheel, then just please say anything at all in the chat. We'll make sure we get you on there. So Ephraim Jade is coming up right now. And again, I think this is a brand new channel for TuberChad. So we're having you on the screen for the first time. I'm mistaken. You were here before, so forgive me for that. I don't know why I was thinking it was the first time. I wonder if we connected outside. Claymere, thank you for renewing that membership. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, Claymere is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. As a member, what that means is I'm going to add you onto the wheel every time I see you in the chat. Of course, they've been a member for a while, so I actually added them onto the wheel right away as soon as I saw them today. Steve Hauser, I've got you on the wheel now. We'll be looking at your channel soon. So Ephraim Jade is somebody I'm still getting to know. And again, maybe we connected outside, I think, and then I'm going to take your latest video, add it into my catch-up list so I can start getting to know your content a little bit better. And every time you're here, hopefully I'll promote your channel that much more. So 660 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 they're thinking about. Claymere just dropped a highlighted milestone message through the chat for anybody that is a member on a channel where the host has those enabled. You're able to send one of those messages through the chat for free every month, which is really cool because it looks like a super chat coming from a member. So thank you for that. And Trevessence Unstoppable is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're an unbelievably supportive creator. $907 subscribers. They are officially on the road to 1K. When I bounce in between premieres and live streams supporting other creators myself, I run into Trevessence Unstoppable. It's pure variety on this channel, but hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They mix up the videos and live streams and post frequently, as you can see, so I hope you'll enjoy connecting with them. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And again, if anybody's watching or listening that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. We'll get you on right now. Connie M is another brand new connection for TuberChad today. You'd be interested to know that we have an average of over 100 channels that come through TuberChad almost every single day, like meaning 100 different channels come through. Some are here every day, some once in a while, some frequently, and some we see occasionally. But almost every day we have an average of over 5% of the channels that come in are brand new to TuberChad, coming in for the first time. So Connie M is one of those channels. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome today. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is look through your videos here. I usually try to find something around 10 minutes. I'll take this 9-minute video here, add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChad as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Experience Africans, good to see you in the house, and Claymere is coming up right now. They just renewed their membership. They've actually done that a couple of times before with 460 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to 500. Oh, sorry, it said 460. I think it means videos. They're fully monetized, of course. They have super chats and memberships available. They have for a long time. Passion for art. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We don't have a sub count, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone they're looking towards. What I'm recommending for everybody lately is to set reminders for all premieres and live streams for other creators. We have to do everything we can to support each other these days. And I believe that that sends an engagement signal into the YouTube algorithm. So I believe that can be helpful. And Clay Mayer is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They put a lot of focus on other creators in their Creator Corner series. Here's an interview with Faye Blatcher coming up. And then as well, when you get into one of their live streams, you'll see that they will be very forthcoming about the idea of encouraging and allowing people to connect in the same way that we do here in TuberChad. Outgoing Azzy is coming up next. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. And I think these are going to be the last two channels that we're going to look at right now. And then Ephraim Jade, our moderators will likely take out any messages that are self-promoting, because the idea here is that we want to instill generosity, and that means reaching out to other creators and supporting them, knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing for you afterwards. We always give much more than we expect to receive. So Outgoing Azzy has 4,600 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 4,700 that they're thinking about. They bring us pure variety on their channel, and they are definitely an outgoing creator. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They have been a friend to TuberChad that spreads positivity and motivation and energy here regularly. I'm sure you'll find that from them on your channel when they get there, after you connect with them there as well. So let's spin the wheel one more time just for fun. We're going to look at Steve Hauser. I've dropped a link in the chat for Kristen Welton's premiere. We're going to head over there. I'm not sure if we've got something after. She will find something to raid, or we will after her premiere, so we can continue connecting. But you'll be able to meet more friends and family members in her channel while we're over there. The link is pinned. I'll drop it at least one more time in the chat. Let me make sure I've got the right Steve Hauser here. Looks like I do. 273 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can give them a warm welcome and push them towards the 300 that they're thinking about. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so I'm just going to take your latest video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChad as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out. They really do help. More importantly, give Kristen Welton a thumbs up on the way in. We're all going to head over there right now, and you can continue meeting more friends and family members. I will leave this live stream running for another few minutes while her intro plays, so that you can clean up your connections here, and then I'll see you over there as well. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.